Hi guys, this is Rich. I'm doing the Mac recording for not Fantasy Blade. This is for Barnable's Home. Okay, so I wanted to take some time and make sure I was making the implicit explicit, just to make sure I'm getting the best grade I can here. So I kind of stated my milestone, but I wanted to make sure I just actually sat down and really did that. So issue 1, milestone, or feature rather, 1357 was a spacing issue. So basically what was happening here was there was some overlap in the later levels of the game. The animals were on top of each other, and everything was inconsistent throughout the scene. So as you saw in the previous video, I did actually fix that. And the goal was basically a elimination of overlap, or an elimination of overlap, rather. So the second issue, issue 1358, fixing the tutorial. Basically, there were some collider issues here. I think basically what was happening was the a little corner of the collider was overlapping, so you had to drag the animal around the screen for it to work. So we got that fixed. And basically the goal here was also to, kind of separate from this, make sure that drag and drop in every level is easy to use and there's no repeat. So yeah, and that assets are in the same place throughout levels. So, these are kind of similar milestones, but different a little bit. So, and the last and big one was to make sure that there was a back button, that the back button basically on the main menu became an exit button, so that people who want to exit the app without without swiping it out could. Okay, so I've stated the milestone. We're about to demo the play a little more. At the same time, I've got a tablet one that's already up there, so I'll get this the Mac demo up in a second. So this fits into the larger picture in that it basically is the polishing of the game. We're trying to make this look nice now. It's functioned for a couple weeks now, and we want people to enjoy having it function. We want the pictures to be consistent. We want things to be simple, basically. And that's what I did to try to determine whether it was complete or not. I made sure that none of the colliders were overlapping and that everything was nicely well spaced and nicely spaced, and it looked good. And I think we achieved that. I mean, we might have to revisit this a little bit in the future, depending on what other people think, and whether or not they think we should maybe do a top-bottom thing or something else, but I think this one looks pretty good. But, there are many ways we can do this. And I've added to the polish before, and maybe I'll do it again, depending on what people think again. Show code and talk through it. We kind of did that. There was very little code in this. So what I'm going to do a little bit separate from this, I'm just going to quickly show what I'm doing over on Fantasy Blade on RPG Maker. So I'm going to do a separate video with that on it. You don't have to watch that. That was not part of the week's milestones. But that's where I've been doing my coding this week, since this is mostly polishing work. So if you need any of that for the grade, that is going to be available for you. Okay, and basically at the end of this, you just want a emulator demo, so I will give that to you. Let me close out and trying to figure it out. Okay, let's quit out of this. Trying to make this as easy as possible because doing QuickTime takes up a lot of power on my Mac for whatever reason. I will figure that out later. I'm going to do this on a fast quality just so we just make sure this works well with QuickTime. Okay, so here is the kind of low quality look. Okay, as you can see, drag and drop. Okay. And the environments can change too. You will get this up on your PC and Mac, and you will see that without QuickTime, this runs so much smoother. I'm just doing this demo video here because it's part of the assignment, but I am not 100% thrilled on how much QuickTime's slowing this down. Oh, that's the donkey. And I am going to figure out why it's doing that later. I think 16 gigabytes of RAM should be more than enough to do both tasks, since neither are heavy in video processing, but I might just do a fresh install of QuickTime. Okay, I'm just trying to get to the level. You can see that there's really no problems, except it runs a little slow with QuickTime, but this is what everything looks like when all the animals are out. So you can see we kind of accomplished our goal there. And that demos, I think, just about everything. The only thing left was the exit button, which I'm going to demo now. I'll do a little bit of a show and tell also on Fantasy Blade, if you're interested in that. Not part of the actual milestones for the week, but something I've still kind of been working on. And I'll talk about that a little there if you're interested.